everyone. Today we are in Brantford and I wanted to show you a property that a client has recently closed on and tell you what our goals were, what the project was going to be like. So this one here is a bungalow and we closed on this one in April, the very beginning of April, and we paid $588 for it. So the plan here was that our main floor was going to need a small renovation and our basement was going to have a larger renovation because we were going to do a legal duplex. So we needed to put in the kitchen, do all the work that we needed to for the basement, which we'll talk about in a bit. But I did want to mention, so upstairs, not a lot of work needed to be done. We did spruce up the kitchen, added in the laundry, spruced up the bathroom, painted the walls, changed light fixtures and such. The other interesting thing is that this one here was a 2-bedroom, had a living room, kitchen, and a dining room. And then we converted that dining room into a 3rd bedroom to make sure that we were going to get a little bit more for our rents. At the end of the day though, that might be the plan later on, but right now it's going to be used as a midterm rental. And the rents on that are phenomenal. Again, we paid $588 for this one here. We did go with the B lender. And so the rate at the time for this one is 7.49%. Okay. So our down payment at 20% was about $117,000. The renovation cost for this one here was about $115,000. Now you do have to keep in mind that the owner here did decide to do the project managing herself. So there's definitely going to be some savings. Typically a basement renovation, we're seeing roughly today around $150,000. Obviously those will change in time with inflation. And then the mortgage on this one about $3,300. Our property taxes are $260, insurance approximately $150, and then the rent. So the rents here, we're getting about $500 we're gonna get for that garage for the rental because it's massive. And the basement here is gonna get about $1,900, but our midterm rental is actually doing fantastic. So we're getting $3,300 a month for that one. And then in July and August, it's $3,400 a month. So when you factor in all of those numbers and calculate it, your cash flow is approximately about $2,000 a month positive cash flow, which is phenomenal. Now, if we do go ahead and turn this back into just a regular straight rental, family rental at the main floor unit here, that will decrease the cash flow a bit for sure. Our estimated rents for up there will probably be about $2,000. So it'll be pretty neutral at that point, which is why we also have the backup, which is the garden suite. And once that's completed, that's going to bring us in some great cash flow numbers. Adding that 3rd unit is pretty key. So let's head on back a little bit here and we'll take a look. We have our 2 meters, as you can see there. That's always great. But some of the things that you want to check when you're going to be doing the garden suite is making sure that the zoning is going to work with whatever city that you're working in. So in this case here in Brantford, this property is zoned RC. So RC will allow you to do 3 units, but inside the house. So in our case, we had this separate garage. So we were trying to think, what can we do? Can we make this work or not? And I came up with the idea, and then I looked into it. And if we actually attach the garage to the house with a breezeway, we checked and they said that would work. So that would count. So we were like, hey, that's a bonus. We definitely wanted to firm up on the property, and we know that we have some future plans here. So if you want to take a look here at the lot as well, it's a 70 by 147. So this lot is massive. So if you want to take a look, it actually can have a lot of different things that you can do on this lot if you wanted to tear down and rebuild. That's not our plan, but we just knew that there was definitely some future growth, which is awesome. If you want to take a look at the back here, we also have separated in the back of the house, 2 separate units. So on the left here is actually one of the back doors for the main floor unit. We cut the deck so that we were able to add an extra window in that we were going to need. And then we have on the right side here, our basement unit. So they actually also have 2 separate decks, which is super cool. So this is the entrance into our basement unit. So come on in and take a look. I just want to take you inside the garage here to take a look and talk a little bit about what our plans would be for a garden suite. So some of the things to look for. So this here is quite a large double car garage with a loft, as you can see the stairs in the back. So we already know the space is going to be absolutely amazing. Some of the things that you want to make sure is how's the structure, how's the concrete, is there cracks, does it need to be replaced? Can we go ahead and repair anything that's needed, or is it good to go? So those are some of the factors you're going to have to keep in mind. Again, with the structure, structure. Some people might think, oh, you're gonna need to tear that down. Talk to your contractor. Sometimes you absolutely don't have to do that, and using an existing structure will save you a lot of money as well. Another couple key things you'll just wanna double check again with the city is checking the zoning to make sure that you're able to do the garden suite. And if you are gonna have to build from scratch, you're gonna wanna know the square footage requirements, the height requirements, and the setback requirements, because every city can be a little different. So you wanna check those items out, but it is definitely a great way to add some extra value to the property you already have. Or if you're gonna purchase one, that it also has that to add the extra value later on.